Hello viewers, a warm welcome to the today's session on traffic signal design. It's part of traffic engineering management subject. I am Ashok Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. Learning outcome of the today's session, at the end of this lecture, students will be able to define various terminologies used in the signal design and understand various types of traffic control signals. So before we go into the signal design, we must understand some of the important definitions and notations related to the signal design. The first parameter is cycle. So what is cycle? It is one complete rotation or sequence of all signal indications. So if you go into the any signal, you are going to see the one complete cycle, that is start of the green to the another start of the green, or start of the green and end of the red signal. That includes green, yellow and red. That in complete it is called as a cycle time. So in this one, the cycle length is a time in second that it takes the signal to complete one full cycle of indication, that the interval between the starting of a green for one approach until the next time the green starts. And it is denoted by C, and the cycle time it is measured in seconds. So after the cycle, we must know what is a phase. So phase is the green interval plus the change and clearance intervals, and that follows it. So here we are going to use the stop phase, that is red phase is called as a stop phase, and go phase is called as a green phase, and clearance is indicated by yellow indications. So the sum of the displayed green, yellow and red times for a movement or a combination of the movement that receives the right of way and simultaneously during the cycle. So the sum of the phases in second is the cycle length, and usually we have 2 phase, 3 phase and 5 phase or 6 phase signals. So we must understand how this number of phases are decided, whether the more the number of the phases is feasible or less number of the phases are feasible. So the one phase indicates the all green, yellow and red phases. So let us understand these phases in detail. So this is a two phase signal. What is two phase? In the first phase, you see that the 4 movements are allowed. It means while giving the green to this movements, in first phase the green is given to this, the first the location. This is for the movement of the straight movement and this movement, and also there is a turning movement is also there. There is a right turning and left turning movement. So in one phase all these 4 directions are cleared. And after this, once this phase is over, the green is over, we are going to get the second phase. This is for the another side, you are going to get the another phase. So for this we are going to put the red, and we will operate this green for the second phase. So again the another 4 directions are cleared in the second phase. So straight movement and also left turn and right turn movement. So it is very difficult if the right turning movement, left turning movement is there in one direction, one phase you want to clear this movement, because while taking the turn you can see here there is a congestion point or conflict point over here. So here is one conflict point, another is a conflict point. So this has to be decided basis on the geometry of the intersection, how much area is available, what is the traffic intensity. On basis of this, number of the phases are decided. So this is the 4 phase signal. So in this one you can see that same 4 leg intersections we are operating two directions one. So means one phase means one green. So by giving the one green, they are trying to clear 7 and 3 directions. And in second point, 8 and 4 directions are cleared. So it means this 4 leg is operated 4 greens, or the 4 complete rotation of green, amber and red signal. So this is the 4 leg intersection and 4 phases. So more the number of the phases is increases, means you have to, the waiting period of the particular location will get increases. So we should note down that more the number, more the waiting period or more the delay on other leg. So interval is we have two intervals, that is the change interval and clearance interval. So change interval, it is the interval between the red and green signal. So that is, you can see that this part of the yellow is indicates the change interval. Clearance interval is given by all red time. So in this one all red time, we can see that the all red is used for clearing pedestrians, clearing emergency vehicles, and if there is a vehicle still he is continued in the yellow phase and still there in the he is at the mid of the junction or at the dilemma location or at the mid of the junction, still that particular vehicle is not cleared, we can use that clear this all red time, clear that vehicle in all red time, and once that all the clearance is done, then we can give the green for the next leg. So otherwise you may end up with the accident also. So another term, intergreen period. End of the green to the start of the another green is called as the intergreen period. So this includes the change interval plus all red time also. So this is the intergreen period. Now we have different types of the signals: manually operated signals, fixed and vehicle actuated signals. So again in that, semi-actuated and fully actuated signals. So first we'll see the manually operated signals. So this is, everybody know that this is the particular signal operated by a traffic police, and depending upon the availability of the traffic police, he is going to demand, depending upon the demand of the particular traffic intensity, he will change the timings also. If there is no vehicle are there in the particular leg, he may put that particular leg as a red. So like this, but the drawback of the system is what happens if the traffic police is not there. That is the drawback of the manually operated signals. So this is the picture. We try to operate, the signal box is there, so traffic police will come and operate at the corner of the junction, so operating changing the different signal timings. Now next one is the fixed automatic signal. In this one, we are going to fix the cycle length, the red, green and amber, all the timing are fixed, and this will change, the rotation will change, and same timing will be continued for all the legs, repeating the same set of signal phases and signal time that has been set in the signal controller. So only problem is the inflexible and hence may cause a delay. Sometimes if there is no traffic is there at the particular leg, still we are going to operate red, green and amber. The other which are really required the green time, so that will cause a delay for the fixed automatic signal. So suppose all the four leg has got a equal intensity of the traffic, in that case this fixed automatic signal will going to be very useful. But if there is only some legs are having higher intensity and some legs are having very less intensity of the traffic, and the signal timing which is going to operate on those less intensity traffic may cause a delay to the other side which are really required the green time. Hence it is inflexible and hence may cause the delay. Another one is the vehicle actuated signals. So we are going to use some detectors or sensors placed on below the roads. So these we are going to, depending upon the type of the signal, we are going to use semi-actuated and fully actuated traffic signals. So here in the semi-actuated, we are going to use this detectors or sensors. The normal green phase of an approach may be extended up to a certain period of time for allowing a few more vehicles approaching closely. This is possible with detectors placed at the approaches. So one or two leg we are going to use this semi-actuated traffic signals. Suppose the intensity of the traffic in all four legs are equally distributed, you can use the fully actuated traffic signals. So all four leg has got the sensors and detectors, and computer assigns the right of way for various traffic on the basis of the demand. So it is very useful, but it's going to be costliest, and depending upon the intensity of the traffic, these detectors will change the signal timings. Now you can pause over here with understanding of the phase and the cycle. Here the total cycle length is given as 68 seconds to you, and the green phase is given as 29 second, amber is 2 second, and all red is given as 12 second, and red phase is given 25 second. Now in the phase 1, this is the total cycle length is 68 second, and phase 2 has got green as 23, amber 2, and all red 12 seconds, and red as 31 second. So pause over here and try to draw the phase diagram for these two phase signals. I hope you are able to do this small task. The correct answer over here. So here you can see that the total cycle length is 68 seconds. If you add the green time 29, 2, 12 and 25, that comes to 68 seconds. The first phase, we are going to introduce green signal 29 seconds, followed by the amber period of 2 seconds as the vehicle still continued in this, and further the all red is introduced 12 seconds. It is for clearing pedestrians, you can use it, or it can be used for clearing the emergency vehicles can also be used, or any vehicle which is caught between the mid of the intersection, for that also this all red can be used. And further 25 seconds is the red time. So once the green is given for the one leg, means other leg should get the red. You cannot operate the green for both the legs. One leg should get green and another leg should get red. So in this condition, 21 second, 31 second is the red time, and followed by all red of 12 second, and green period of 23 and 2 second of amber period. This is the phasing diagram for this cycle length of 68 seconds. These are the references I have used for preparing this presentation. Thank you.